Why does scrolling your phone, binge eating, or buying the latest gadget feel so good, but leave you empty a few hours later? Why does partying, chasing likes, or seeking instant gratification never truly satisfy? It's because there's a big difference between pleasure and fulfillment, and most of us are chasing the wrong kind of happiness. Today, we're going to uncover why your brain loves short-term pleasure, why it can trap you, and how fulfillment can actually change your life. Pleasure is immediate. It hits fast, it's intense, and it activates your brain's reward system primarily through dopamine, the chemical that says, "This feels good, do it again." Think of pleasure as your brain saying, "Eat this sugar, scroll this feed, take this shot, it feels amazing." Pleasure is short-term. It gives a spike in satisfaction, but it's fleeting. That's why people keep scrolling Instagram for hours, eating more than they need, or chasing the next thrill. And here's the kicker. The more you chase pleasure, the more your brain adapts. That spike becomes smaller, leaving you craving more, like a treadmill you can never stop running on. Imagine a party. You drink, you laugh, you feel amazing. Then you wake up the next day feeling empty. That's pleasure. Temporary, powerful, but ultimately hollow. Visual tip. Graph of dopamine spikes versus time. Pleasure spikes high, but crashes fast. Now let's talk about fulfillment. Fulfillment is deep. It's slow, subtle, and comes from actions aligned with your values, purpose, and growth. It's linked to serotonin, the chemical that stabilizes mood and makes you feel satisfied over time. Fulfillment comes from growth, learning, skill building, achieving mastery. Connection, relationships, family, community. Contribution, helping others, leaving a legacy. Purpose, living in alignment with your core values. Unlike pleasure, fulfillment doesn't hit instantly. It builds over weeks, months, and years, but it's lasting. And here's the amazing part. Once your brain experiences fulfillment, it actually makes pleasure feel richer and less empty. Think about finishing a project you've worked on for months, helping a friend in need, or pushing your limits in a workout. The happiness feels quieter than partying, but it sticks. It stays with you. That's fulfillment. Pleasure is a dopamine spike, which is fast, intense, and addictive. It's designed for survival. Eat, reproduce, seek reward. But modern life exploits this system. Social media, junk food, instant gratification. Fulfillment is tied to serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These chemicals create stable, long-term well-being. They reinforce behaviors that improve your life, learning, helping, connecting, and growing. Here's a key insight. The brain can't distinguish between real growth and simulated pleasure. That's why scrolling, binge-watching, or constantly checking your phone feels like happiness. But it's a counterfeit version. Pleasure is a candy bar. Sweet, instant, gone in seconds. Fulfillment is a balanced meal, takes time to digest, but nourishes you completely. So how do you stop chasing fleeting pleasure and start building real fulfillment? Here's the blueprint. 1. Delay gratification. Don't reach for instant pleasure. Train your brain to wait and build value over time. 1. Set meaningful goals. Fulfillment comes from progress. Identify what truly matters to you, not what society says is fun. 1. Invest in relationships. Connection is a natural serotonin booster. Prioritize people over things. 1. Contribute and give. Helping others activates deep satisfaction. Volunteering, mentoring, or simply being kind rewires your brain for long-term happiness. 1. Mindful living. Practice reflection, journaling, meditation, and prayer. Fulfillment grows when you're conscious of your choices. Instead of scrolling TikTok for hours, spend 30 minutes learning a skill, connecting with a friend, or exercising. It feels harder at first, but a week later, you'll feel calmer, happier, and more alive. That's fulfillment in action. D. Pleasure is easy. It's loud, fast, and addictive. Fulfillment is quiet. It takes effort. But here's the truth. The people who live meaningful, happy lives are the ones who chase fulfillment, not pleasure. Start small. Pick one action today that builds fulfillment instead of instant pleasure. And watch your life change in ways you can't get from scrolling, snacking, or binging. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, because in this channel we decode how your human blueprint works, so you can live smarter, healthier, and happier every day. Remember, pleasure is fun. Fulfillment is life.